Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for the Redington virtual sessions. Today's topic for the session is delivering everything as a service. The session will be given by Norman. During the session, if you have any questions, I request you to kindly put them in the Q&A tab on your left. The question and answer will be answered towards the end of the session. Over to you, Norman. Thank you so much.
Hi everybody, thank you for joining this short session as a series of the Redington initiative for the virtual sessions. This particular topic, everything as a service, is very important as the part of HPE Enterprise is concerned. My name is Noman, and I am a pre-sales consultant for HPE servers and storage hybrid IT business. And in this presentation, I will be talking about HPE's everything as a service options, GreenLake options, and how and what is the vision of HPE moving forward in the era where like the cloud computing is making its mark. I have also shared my email address. So if you, in case if you missed any answers during your questions, if you want to have some queries, so okay, so you can drop me a direct email on my official email address, noman.alauddin@reddingtongulf.com. Moving forward, just to start, these are the normal examples of the industry uh, providing the technology as a digital disruption. It is at the heart of every business that they want to grow. Means that every business has an objective to make profits, to make like to keep the business up and running, and to take the business to the new horizons. What importance the IT plays in the what is the role of an IT when it comes to the objectives or the goals of the business? Well, IT is playing a fundamental part, okay, enabling people, technology, and economics. Here, we in this particular slide, we are sharing the vision of HPE moving forward. That HPE is basically having three important pillars. One is the people, second is the technology, and third is the economics. So we'll take it up in detail how HPE can leverage all these three areas through everything as a service solution. First of all, if we talk about technology, providing the right technology to accelerate innovation. HPE has always been focused on the technology innovations and bringing up the technology on upfront, and being the pioneer into the market, being focused on the right technology, on the right areas to develop business and making achieve your business goals. Then the second important pillar of HPE vision is the people, helping people to do their best work and delivering greater business values, because people is the most important phenomenon and the most important fundamentals when it comes to the business. See, so that's why HP is more focused to empower people. Empower means that not only like only on a financial basis, but also on the technical basis and developing their skills, okay, and so that we can extract more business value from this human resources. And thirdly, we are more focused on delivering economics for a competitive advantage. Means that we are like focusing more and more in that particular manner that we can improve the competitive advantage of an entire business. For example, if you're talking about the healthcare, if you're talking about the textile industry, if you're talking about the schools, we are giving them a proper technical solutions that can leverage themselves in as a competitive advantage to their competition. So moving forward, when we talk about the upcoming digital challenges, so what it comes to an IT manager's mind, that how they can be addressing all these challenges. What these challenges may be, for example, like if customers customer experience would be one of the challenge, that customer experience is now been enhanced, now be changing everything is now being used from the customer from the application perspective. Everybody has a smartphone and they have the applications. So whatever businesses, if you can also see, you can also witness the same, that everything is now application based. Every, for example, like uh, any sort of schools must be having and must be developing their own applications in order to accommodate students, in order to just share lectures. And for example, like healthcare, or any sort of any sort of other industries, they are developing their application. So customer experiences are now being changing, and customer is expecting more, not only from the physical, but also from the virtual perspective. Then how we can meet those customer experiences? Faster service delivery. When for faster service delivery, we might need some new technologies to improve the uptime and the performance, and acceleration of your application development. And lastly, like how we can offload our things to migrate ourselves from towards the cloud. These are the new sources of the data coming exponentially, and how we can cater all these data, and how we can manage all those things. So these are the common challenges or common pain points of the IT team of the businesses, which is in the part of a digital economy. Now, some of the challenges which we hear from our customers means that we, being a part of HPE, or being a part of a distribution side or system integration side, what we hear from our end customers. See, all of these answers, okay, all of these pain points are being summarized or in a nutshell in four important points. First point is that customer wants business agility. Means that I need to move IoT faster, and IT could only be ahead business initiatives for once. Means that people want that particular business agility to move their IT resources more faster. Like for example, like if I'm working on an application, so I want that application to be more agile, and using the resources more effectively or efficiently. Secondly, I want that application to to be the resources powering that particular application to be more simpler. Means I want more simpler IT. If I'm running thousands of application, but my IT infrastructure should be more simple. So I want to reduce the complexities. And in order to get reduction of the complexities, I also want to lower the IT cost. And also, if I'm reducing the IT cost, if I'm getting the IT more simpler, if I'm getting the agility, I want a proper control of my environment as well, ability to control my entire infrastructure through anywhere I want. So these are the summarized points from the end customer's perspective, that I want all these things. Now we'll check it out how HP is gonna make these challenges very easy to achieve as a business goal to the customers. Now, to meet those challenges, or to solve those challenges, solve might be the right way to explain it. To meet those needs, we need everything as a service. This is the goal. This is the agenda of HPE moving forward. As the CEO of HPE says, Antonio Neri says that by 2022, we as an HPE would be moving entirely our complete portfolio, and we would be offering our complete portfolio as a service. To meet those challenges which we just visited on a previous slide, it is like proven by the IDC that 61% of the companies are accelerating their innovation with everything as a service. What everything as a service has to offer to the customer, we might offer them pay only what you use. We might offer them scale as they need, increase the business agility. They have a choice of flexibility. They can simplify their operations. They have more speed, time to market. Now these are the points. Now how we can cater all these points? For example, we can offer them pay only what you use. For example, like a customer is running their data center for the new applications, for as per the customers, as per their customers requirement. For example, like ABC school is your customer, as a system integrator is your customer. So ABC school has their customers as in students, so they want to develop special applications to transfer the knowledge, or to transfer the information, or to transfer the lectures digitally. Okay, so in order to achieve that, they want to have the more powerful infrastructure, more powerful servers, more powerful, because everything is now digitalized. So they want to have that infrastructure available in their data center. Okay, so in order to achieve that, they must be having a budget to have that infrastructure inbuilt in their data center. But what we are saying, that we can develop the data center, and you can only be using what you are what only be paying what you are using for. Secondly, you can scale as you need. For example, like today, if you are running one application, and if you are growing, then tomorrow you would be running two applications, or three applications, or more than five applications. As the infrastructure requirement requires a growth, then only you need to pay. That means that scale as needed. If you need to scale it, then only you scale it. It's not like that we are keeping the infrastructure on your data center, and it's sitting idle and you are paying for it. This is the manner where you can increase the agility. And most importantly, that you have the choice of flexibility, means like what infrastructure you want to put in your data center. Either you want to put your DL380 servers, or DL385 servers, or nimble storage, or 3-part storage. Whatever choice of storage, whatever choice of infrastructure you want on your data center, at your terms, we are ready to provide that. This would simplify the operations. This would definitely offload the total cost of ownership, and HPE team would be there to manage your operations, or the system integrators would be there to manage your operations. Okay, I'm talking about the end user's perspective. Okay, so the time which was saved in order to manage your infrastructure, your IT infrastructure, now you can speed up the time to have the market done. Okay, this is known as speed time to market. So these are the six important things, six important features where we can where everything as a service can provide in order to resolve the customer's pain points. Moving forward, customer based IT offers the better approach. For example, like the challenges which we saw in the last slide. Okay, so these are the solution for that: faster value, accelerate applications service deployment, fuel innovation, free up your people to do the best work. Means that your IT managers are not anymore focusing on troubleshooting or managing the IT, or guarding the IT, that if everything goes wrong, that they should be on site. They are more focused in developing business value to the company. They can focus on more projects from the IT's perspective, and they can come up with more ideas, more innovations, and more applications to develop the business, rather than just troubleshooting the existing environment. Cloud economics: no upfront capital, no over provisioning, variable cost. That means that, see, in the cloud, okay, we have three type of clouds. We have private cloud, we have public cloud, we have hybrid cloud. What are the definitions of these clouds? uh, Private cloud is something which is present in your data center, and it's customer's responsibility to manage that particular private cloud by having some by hiring experienced people, by having the proper AMCs running out with different system integration. Then comes public cloud. Public cloud, there are like many of the companies which are providing hosting services. On top of that, which is like Amazon Web Services, we have Microsoft Azure, we have Google Cloud, we have Alibaba, and more other cloud vendors are there present, which are they are ready to host the complete infrastructure of yours. Okay, so this is the public cloud. And what are the challenges in public cloud? Public cloud is basically would be providing you you might not know that what infrastructure your applications are running on, and it might also give you uh, some sort of variable cost. Okay, you also don't know that whatever the cost which is coming up, okay, by monthly cost or whatever it is, like how the usage is been done, what is the variable cost. Okay, so people normally go for the hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is the combination of public cloud and the private cloud. Means that they are attracted from the agility of getting the advantages of the public cloud, plus they want to have their own infrastructure on site. So some applications, because of the compliance issues, they want to run those applications on their own data center. So they want the economics of a private cloud. So this is the combination of both these clouds, and the application running on the cloud as well as the application running on the private cloud is known as hybrid cloud, hybrid application, hybrid cloud. Okay, so how everything as a service is providing you the cloud economics means that we are providing you the benefits of a public cloud and the benefits of the private cloud as well, and you don't need to manage your infrastructure as well. Okay, so this would kill the over provisioning. That means that, for example, like we have taken an example of that school which might need applications to cater the new business demand. So in order to have that application running, you might need some infrastructure of servers and storage. Let's take an example that the IT manager has proposed some 20 dB of data storage to run those applications. But the IT manager knows that this 20 dB of the data, this particular storage, which I am proposing right now, would be uh, would be completely utilized to 80% in the time span of 3 years. Okay, but you are purchasing that 20 dB storage at day one. Okay, this is the over provisioning. That means that if on day one customer is using 5 TB for now, so that means that they are the 15 TB of the storage is still sitting idle in your data center. That means that this is the over provisioning of the storage which is sitting in your data center and doing nothing for 1 year or 2 year. Maybe like the other storage would be used at the later stage. So this is called over provisioning. So what we are trying to do is that we are saying that whenever you are going as an approach of everything as a service, don't buy 20 TB for now, buy 5 TB for now, and we would provide you a buffer. I'll talk on the details how the solution works. Okay, and 5 TB for now, and go gradually to 20 TB. This would reduce your over provisioning cost. And then lastly, proper control. Manage performance, latency, risk, and cost. Everything would be done on a proper control. We have a proper metering system. We have a proper the analytics tool which would give you a proper visibility to save the cost. So these are the four important features which we provide as a better approach. This is the most important slide before I jump to the deep dive into the solution. Okay, this is monetizing your existing value to fund innovation. This is something, the slide which has been taken from the HPE Financial Services, HPE EFS. Okay, they provide two type of solutions. One is the extract value from the existing legacy system to fund the new investment. For example, the customer is running some sort of all over the IT infrastructure. They already have a data center, and they are running some data center. Okay, so if the hardware is outdated, if they want to have an upgrade, okay, so HPEFS can provide funds to have the new investment done, and they can extract more value out of their existing infrastructure. Okay, we can talk in detail offline how this can be done, and if you have some references, I can definitely forward you, and I can give you some contacts of HPE Financial Services guys who can take the charge and discuss with the customer if they want to upgrade their infrastructure. And the second point is accelerating transaction with support for protection from the data security and environmental regulatory risk. Means that we also run some sort of DR sites. We have tie up with couple of facilities to offload your data center as a DR, as a co-location to any of the in any of our location. This particular contract has already been completed from HPE side, and if any end customer wants to create a DR site and they don't want to involve themselves in the hassles of location, facility, and everything, so they can contact HPE guys. So they can arrange the complete DR and complete failover, and they can assist them to meet the objectives. Being said that, I'll jump into the solution which I was talking about, like as in everything as a service. The solution which we have, or the approach which we have, is called HPE GreenLake. HPE GreenLake is based on three important features. One is the self-service, pay as you grow, means that pay what you use, managed for you. Okay, your applications, your cloud, your way. So it is like self-service, means that you choose your infrastructure what you want, and you should see you should only pay whatever you are consuming, whatever you are using, and it would be also managed for so your IT, I'm talking about from the end user's perspective. So end user is not bothered in getting the infrastructure managed. So they can use their resources to do something else, they can have some business value done. They can work on some innovation from the IT's perspective. Okay, so gone those days where the IT manager is only responsible in managing some certain set of servers or certain set of storages, and his job is to just manage and the IT infrastructure keep on running and all. Okay, so this is the newer approach to move forward as an IT department, or as an IT team. Okay, these are the top workloads which are proven and which are already available from the GreenLake perspective, because we want our sales team to discuss on the workload basis rather than discussing on the storage perspective. How many TBs you need, how many NICs do you need, how many RAMs do you need, how many compute do you need. Okay, we want to talk on the workload basis. For example, like we have different sort of workloads available that are been already been certified with the GreenLake everything as a service portfolio. We have like storage, we have compute, we have virtualization, private cloud, backup, HPC or database, or SAP HANA composable infrastructure, metered by GB, core compute used by software, or memory in TB, backup, container unit, and network port, and more. So we have unit of measures that, for example, like if I take an example of a compute over here. So compute, we have like unit of measures on the RAM capability. So how much RAM you are consuming, we have a metering system based on that. So we would be only paid for how much RAM you are consuming. That RAM may be comprising of many of the server nodes. Okay, for example, like virtualization, how many VMs which you are consuming, based on a VM basis, we can have a metering system done. And so on and so forth. We'll discuss in detail in every in our session moving forward for every workload. So how the solution basically works, I was just talking about the business application. So if the business application has some certain forecasted capacity, for example, like the education example which we discussed in the beginning of the presentation. So I would carry forward that particular example only. So if the ABC school wants to develop an application, so in order to develop that application, they are buying some sort of 20 TB of storage. Okay, so we are saying that don't buy 20 TB of storage now, buy 5 TB for now. So what we would be doing, that we would be having the forecasted capacity as 5 TB, and we would be installing some 10% of local buffer, like for example like 2 TB more on site, available, readily available, so that if customer needs 5 TB and suddenly they have a spike of somewhere around like 7 TB, so we have some local buffer available on site, and it could be uh, used as a forecasted capacity, and as a local buffer would be fully consumed, we would add 10% more. Okay, so like that. So your unit price would be the same. What you are paying monthly to HP would be the same. That means that you would be only consuming what you are what you are paying is only what you are consuming. For example, like if you are paying 5, if you are consuming 5 TB, you have to pay monthly unit price as per the 5 TB. If you are consuming 7 TB, so you have to pay only as per the 7 TB. We have unit of measures, for example, TB over here. So there would be some 1 TB is equal to somewhat dollar value would be there. So if you are consuming 5 TB, sir, so you would be using 5 TB, and you would be paying only for 5 TB, but your data center has 7 TB sitting idle for you. So but you are not paying for that. So this would kill the over provisioning cost. So if there is a decrease in capacity, then again the decreased capacity would go as a part of a local buffer. So the business application is up and running. The it is been managed from the HP or the system integrator as per the contract. You don't need to worry about the hardware infrastructure. You don't need to worry about the firmware upgrades. You don't need to worry about the troubleshooting. Your application is 100% up and running because it has been covered under the 24/7 SLA, and you are only paying what you are consuming. Okay, so these are the benefits to go everything as a service. Okay, so what GreenLake is to offer for the mid market? For the mid market, as we were discussing previously as well, we have a workload based solution which we already discussed, like virtualization is there, database is there, compute is there, storage is there, and we also discuss on the co-location services which we have, like for example Equinix and Saras one. We have contracts going on with these facilities to take your data center available and build a DR site out of it. So also we also have the co-location services available. So you can definitely contact HPE account managers if you want to avail any of these services. Now, how the HPE GreenLake can help our customers? So this, I think, for now, up till now, you might be having a clear visibility how the everything as a service or the GreenLake are helping the customers. Just to summarize over here, before I'll jump to the workload based details, we are providing business agility, capacity ahead of demand. If we see the last example of a buffer, we have already have buffer capacity available ahead of the demand, and this would provide you the business agility. We are simplifying IT by offloading heavy lifting from your IT managers to and IT staff to free up and focus more on the business outcomes. We are lowering the IT cost by reducing the over provisioning cost, and we are giving you greater control. That means choose your technology, your servers, your storage, whatever you want to whatever you want to install on your data center, your location. Unlike public know that your application is hosted on what server, what storage, what IOPS, and what is the utilization. How I can reduce the cost by reducing my utilization. For example, like if I don't want to use this capacity, I might not use it, and I might not pay it, and I would save some cost like out of it. So these are the benefits of the GreenLake solution, which is being offered to many of the customers. So this is the graphical representation how the solution actually works. So this is the traditional uh, consumption pattern or traditional consumption pattern of compute or storage, whatever it is needed. This is been common in many of the organizations. Okay, how the organization is consuming their IT resources. Now this purple line would show how these solutions are basically buying their IT infrastructure. For example, if we see the green line of consumption, as the consumption gets end, okay, so the buying would increase. For example, like if I go to the purple line, it Sometimes it comes in an area there we have a green line and purple line is beyond that, means that the consumption is there, but the procurement, they have to wait for the procurement to come up. Now what we are suggesting over here is that we want to be parallel to the resources which are being consumed, or the consumption pattern. For example, like if you see, we are in parallel, the blue line is parallel to the green line. That means that we must be ready to to accommodate wherever our resources are being used. So how we going to do that? Because we would be going parallel to the consumption, what actually the data center requires, and we would be having a buffer out of it. Whatever the actual consumption is, we are having a 10% or 15% buffer readily available in your data center, which is been not been used until you want to use it. Okay, so in this manner we can achieve some sort of savings. These are the savings which are been the part of the savings from the over provisioning. Save on cost due to over provisioning. This is the example which we discussed, that the application which might need 5 TB for now, but we have to purchase 20 TB because of this purple line. But we are saying that don't go with the purple line, go with the blue line and purchase 5 TB for now. Okay, so in this manner you would save the cost of 15 TB. Capacity ahead of demand. That means that we also have, if you see the blue line over here, blue line is ahead of the green line. That means that your resources are still available in your data center and ready to use. But see the purple line is beyond that, is or below. That means that in the traditional setup you might go out of the consumption. For example, like in many of the cases, end customers might be contacting you that I need a storage capacity urgently. Just try to make something available from local stock from somewhere else. My storage is like 80% utilized due to some disruption, whatever the reason is. Okay, so to save all these uncertainties, everything as a service is a better option to go. This dotted line is basically a minimum commitment level. Okay, that you might know that minimum I gonna use this. For example, like that education sector example, application, if 5 TB is not being used, then we might set some minimum commitment level or minimum reserved capacity level. For example, like you must be costing somewhere around like 2 TB if you are not at least utilizing the 5 TB. So this minimum commitment level can be on the mutual understanding that this is the minimum value which I might be invoiced anyhow monthly. Okay, so these are the statistics of all of the 4 points which we discussed in the previous slide. It says that 30% of the capex saving is due to eliminating the need of over provisioning. That we all agree that we can save more than 30%, in fact. So this 30% is a global number from the total economic impact of GreenLake by May 2018. This is the statistics. Then it says that shortened time to deploy global IT projects has been 65%. They have reduced the time to deploy. Means that many of the government organizations have their own procurement cycles to procure IT and to deploy the projects which they are working on. So the time frame has been reduced by 65%. 44% time is to keeping the lights on. 44% time was spent to keeping the light on, means that they have reduced the load from the IT team, of the end customers, of the end users, up to 44%. That those personnel, those resources can be utilized in developing the business outcomes of the IT. And moreover, 40% increase IT. That means that 40% team of the productivity by reducing the support load from the IT. These are like 40% of the organization. So this is the slide before I jump to the workload based approach. So these are the applications, or these are the management tools, management engine which comes with the GreenLake, including in the cost of the unit price monthly. This what these software would provide you. It would provide you visibility. It would provide you control. It would provide you capacity planning and optimization. How they can be provide these features? For example, like visibility, it would provide you detailed visibility that where your application is running and what resources the application is currently utilizing. Okay, and what is the usage and cost of personalized data, dashboard of that particular application. Through that we can have different control mechanism. That means that control that helps to manage the cost and usage via budget alerts and customizable insights. So you can have more control that what resources I might be using to run in order to run those applications. And if you have a greater control, greater visibility, then you can come up with the capacity planning as well. You can have the forecasting as well, that in month one I have a visibility and control that I am using this much of resources. If I reduce my these resources which I don't actually need, so I can reduce my planning, my so this is way I can have my capacity planning done. And this is the way I can optimize, deliver the insight to optimize the usage and cost based on the on the rule based threshold. Moving forward, GreenLake delivers the cloud like experience for top workloads anywhere. So now we would be discussing on different workloads which GreenLake has to offer, because and these workloads are being increased in day to day basis. That means that uh, as per the Antonio Neri said, which I quoted in the beginning of the presentation, that HP will become as a service company by 2022, and we are like emphasizing much more on the partner ecosystems, like financial strength, industrial leadership, and global expertise. So still we have like the GreenLake is not a new solution to HP. Still we have like somewhere around like 10 years and more experience. We have up to 90% of customer satisfaction, and we have uh, already presented this innovative financing in 50 of the 50 and more countries. We have like life cycle asset management services, and we have multi vendor expertise as well. We have like strategic investments, worldwide presence, and strong benchmark, and over 25,000 expertise worldwide. This is the last segment of the HP GreenLake, which focuses on the workload based solution. The solution, if the slide, if you remember, I showed in the middle of the presentation. We have different workload solutions which we can deliver as a service option. We have storage, compute, virtualization, and see, this is the initial setup of HPE GreenLake, and it's been more enhancing day by day. It's been more maturing day by day, and after the acquisition of many of the other software vendors or many of the other hardware vendors as well, we are coming up with more and more solutions. And just to have a like startup, just to have a like initial overview, I would be touching in a few of these workloads. For example, like storage. In storage we have 3PAR, Nimble, Store Ones, Primera. We already have all these storage offerings available as a service model in and it is available for consumption based billing. It has active capacity management and has integrated management from the very powerful management engine called HPE OneView. We have performance tuning optional operated for you. We have HPE expertise, so we can offer the storage platform as a service. Similarly, we can offer you like all synergy and DL380, all our compute portfolio, including OneView as a consumption based services. We can offer virtualization as well. Virtualization with the collaboration of the VMware team. We have like choice of synergy, simplicity, or 3PAR, whatever infrastructure which you want. We can have those infrastructure plus VMware virtualization software licensing, all available for you consumption based. We have high performance computing as well, the industry leading servers, which is known as HPE Apollo clusters, all available as a consumption based offering. We have HPC infrastructure software also, and have an expertise to design, implement, and train for faster time and value. We have a private cloud environment as well, which is like Microsoft Azure Stack. Microsoft Azure Stack is available as a consumption based offering. We can have common development experience and integrated system available. Single vendor support is there. That means the centralized support and billing from Azure Stack, optionally operated for you if you want. And we have an expertise to accelerate as well. We have industry leading composable infrastructure, HPE Synergy, available in a composable IT as a consumption based billing and active capacity management. And we can optionally operate it for you as well, free your team from more valuable contribution and all. Okay, so we can offer the consumption based offering as well. We can offer like database as a service as well on the platform of DL380s. Database of your choice. It can be Oracle, it can be SQL, or any open database environment, offering available as consumption based. And we have expertise, and we can all optionally we can also operate it for you. We have secure in class database specifically for SAP HANA. We have SAP HANA certified appliances readily available, and optionally we can operate it for you for that. So worry free backup with capacity that grows your business. HPE backup requirements, which we can provide you with the help of 3 PAR and store ones. Virtualized, either it's physical, either it's cloud. We can offer you these services as consumption based. We can also optionally operate for you. We have an expertise to accelerate. So these were the workload based solutions available. Okay, and this is the summarized slide which we already discussed, that how it would be giving us the faster value, how it would be giving us the simplified IT. Like it says 65% of shorter time to deploy global IT projects, and simplified IT has been provided by 44% less time, keeping the lights on. And cloud economics, it says that it provides 30% of the savings by reducing the over provisioning. It gives you a proper control, 40% of increased IT team productivity by reducing the support to load the IT. So this is the benefit of going to everything as a service. Pay only what for what you consume, and get most of your hybrid cloud. So this is it from my side. And if you have any questions, so you can definitely use the tabs for questioning, and we would be ready, and we would be helpful to get you answered. Thank you for joining this short session on GreenLake. We would be having many more like that, and I would be also having another session on GreenLake quick quoting tool as well. So I would be sharing some demonstration with you. So definitely, Rakesh would share you the upcoming webinar links with you all. So join that session as well. I hope this session was informative for you, and thank you for